Hey guys, Jason here. Welcome back to another video on my channel. And today I'm going to do another video. This is kind of like a part 2 to the how I got into wrestling video. But this is going to be called my plans like after the wrestling season is done. So yeah, I think where we left off was the national tournament at Washington, D.C., so we finished that. And then we had a home match on February 2nd. So we had one at the school, and I got a couple forfeits. We wrestled St. Augustine and Paxton, and that match was cool. And then we had one at Mainland, and this is the one before districts. I got 3 forfeits. We wrestled Mainland, Seabreeze, and Atlantic. And I was supposed to wrestle a guy from Atlantic, but the guy that was in my weight class, he actually wrestled up. So that's why I didn't wrestle. That is why I took the forfeit. And then we had districts, which was fun to go to. It was a long day. It was in Palaca, and there was like 9 schools there. So like they would call our names, like because it was like an individual thing. It was not, teams. So they would call our names, and we would go to the mat that we were assigned to go and wrestle. And I wrestled a kid. My first kid that I wrestled, he actually got district champ. He actually wrestled another kid in my weight class, and he won, so he actually got district champ in my weight class. But I wrestled him the first match, and I was on bottom. I was trying to run the switch, but it didn't work for him, I guess. And he double barred me up, so I was in a double bar, and they got pinned, like, at the end of the first round. And then I go to wrestle a second kid, and this kid's, like, small. And I wrestle him. I kept getting him down. I would be on top for a while. I could get him down, but I could not finish the half or, like, any move on him. And then sometimes he would reverse it. And then I would be back on top. And I think I was winning at first. And then I got to the third round. And it was like, at the end of the third round, it was like 16-12. And he won. He won that match. And I thought that it was automatically advancing to regionals, but I talked to the coach like right when we got to the locker room. When we went back to school, I was. It turned out that I was not. So I'm not going to regionals. But it's still my first year wrestling. I still went to districts. My first year, so that was cool. But there's like 3 of us that are going to regionals as qualifiers, and then there's like 3 alternates. So in total on our team, we have like 6 people that are going to regionals. And so yeah, that's the end of wrestling. So my plans for after wrestling, I'm gonna try to do track. That's gonna keep me conditioned up. I will still be doing weights, working out, all that stuff. But really, in the summer, I'm going to really go hard on the weights because I'm going to really bulk up and I'm going to get a lot of muscle. And we're going to try to get me into, like, my mom, my dad are going to try to get me into, like, some kind of, like, wrestling camp. So I'll have some time in the summer to practice my technique and practice my moves. And then I can go back and show the coaches next wrestling season, because I learned a lot of technique in that camp or whatever. So yeah, I will be doing a wrestling camp in the summer, maybe. I will be really bulking up on the weights and eating a lot of food during that time. And yeah, that will be my summer plan. And then once I come back to school in the fall, I'm gonna do cross country. Because that's really, really, really gonna help with, like, conditioning and being conditioned up for wrestling. Because cross country is not like, you don't have sprints like track. It's an endurance sport. It's a long run. It's 5K, and it's more, for endurance. So, and our cross-country team is going to kind of start to, get bigger next year. So we have some people that are going to join, including possibly me and then, like, some other people. And then, so I'm going to be, once wrestling comes around next year, once wrestling comes around again next year, I'm going to be muscled up. I'm probably going to be, like, I'm like 105 now. I say I want to try that whole summer to get to, like, a heavier weight class, maybe like 120, 125-ish, maybe like 120. But that means, in practice, I would have to wrestle off the guy in the 120 weight class now, which I'm fine with. And I think that's going to be my plan, because, like, 2 or 3 years down the road, like when I'm a junior or senior, I'm really, really going to be muscled up, and I'm going to know, like, a lot of my technique and know a lot of wrestling. So I'm going to, like, win a bunch of matches and stuff. I'll just, have to see how it goes. I'm going to try the wrestling camp, and next year I'm going to come back very, very strong, conditioned up, strength up, muscled up, no more technique. And yeah, I'm very determined. Wrestling is my sport now. I really like it. So I am very determined to really get better at it. Really perfect moves like the half, which is one of my favorite moves, the backpack. I like the single leg. I like the double leg for neutral takedowns. And then for bottom, I like the switch. Yeah, so I'm really going to try hard next year and the years to come wrestling. And yes, that is my plan for the future of after this wrestling season and beyond. So I'm glad if you like this video, give it a thumbs up, subscribe to my channel, and leave a comment, and I will see you guys in the next video. Bye.